Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2, but a little on the cheesy side, as we have two of the cheesiest players, by most definitions, on the North American ladder. You can see before I even finish my goddamn intro, already putting a pool and a gas down. It is Serenity, known for his all-ins and designated pressure, a high Grandmaster Zerg player, who, legend has it, has never built a lair with more than 20 drones. On the other side, the Professor, the man who has written multiple books, potentially actually true, on the beauty, the art, and the exquisite masterpiece that is cannon rushing. Possibly the best cannon rusher when just measured by that in the entirety of the world. It is Professor F, PrintF, who beat Puck 4-3 with cannon rushes, or was it 5-4? I don't know, it was close. Of course, he does have follow-ups, but he has so many different responses mapped out. But it is a best of 7. It is Protoss versus Zerg, and there are 6 Zerglings on the way. And people are like, but what about Haz? No, Haz is like... What Haz is to, like a 16-year-old emo goth girl, whereas PrintF is actually Dracula. Okay. One of them is pretending and sometimes fails their way into success. Professor F. Like, there's an elegance. And speaking of lairs, before 20 drones, at 14 drones, we have our lair. It looks like he's going to be going for an Overlord drone. He might. So here's the issue: is PrintF has decided to cannon rush near the Bubula here in the middle of Winter's Gate. By the way, that's the map we're on. The game is already well afoot, and we're 2.5 minutes in. Serenity has just kind of walked by it. He's going to be getting a lair. This is one of the more obvious Overlord drop plays, as it does require that lair tech. There's not too many more options for what Serenity could be doing. Zergling speed, oh, well, he will go for a Nidus, okay? He's not going to go for the Overlord drop. An interesting choice. There is a cannon, semi-walled off already by a couple more gates. So... now here's the thing about this cannon rush. It's not even attacking anything. Like, he's just out here. He's just out here. Just chill. He's built his base. Like, just kind of out here. So, the thing is, Serenity is so far down on economy, he has to figure out something. Despite the fact that PrintF just built an entire base outside of his base. Oh my god, he knows the timings. He's gonna find it. Immediately spotted. But there's no energy for a recall. He just used a chrono boost. He's gonna fully wall off his cannon. The probes can be pulled. The gates come through. Here comes the neighborhood. Is there a shield battery? There is not. A bit of a mistake. The cannon is fully walled. The probes might be slaughtered here. Wait! Oh, he's gonna jam himself into a corner. It'll take a while for the probes to die, but they will die. Creep is now spreading. There will be a shield battery. Is there enough energy for a recall? He could recall some of his units back on the other side. Serenity a little lazy, just rallying across instead of into his Nidus. More pot shots by the cannons. 13 workers to 9. It's not over yet for Professor. It sounds weird to just say Professor. For the Professor. That sounds a little bit more respectful. Oh, the shield battery just barely out of range, but here comes a recall. Oh, another bit of a sloppy move there with the Adept being sniped off. But are there enough Zerglings? We're down. PrintF is now under the amount of workers he started with. He's going to get a little bit of shields back from that battery. Well, it's 13-12. Serenity does not seem to be stopping on this. One creep tumor, very importantly, is sniped off. It's getting to the point where the base is just full of creep. The battle continues. a transfuse is used. Energy on both sides, super important. If the adept count gets high enough, the zerglings will be eviscerated by the glaives. The queen with energy being targeted by the stalkers. Adept pulls back. Every unit is so incredibly precious right now. The 2 zerglings are spit out of the Nidus, but that cannon putting some work in. It has 13 kills. The queen with energy. Is there anything happening back here? No. Just more zerglings and more queens. Goes into the Nidus to protect these units. 20 to 21 supply. If this Nidus goes down, it's not coming. Well, there are creep tumors that cannot be killed. So, oh, with the Overlord dying, I won't supply block him. He'll be at 20 out of 22. So, PrintF. Now, the awkward part is these units are now stuck in his main, unless he wants to tear down his wall. But he's also warping in on the other side of the map. And it looks like we're going to play a macro game. Well, Serenity is actually at 12 grounds. It looks like some Adepts shaded in before and have continued to threaten. A Roach Warren on the way. PrintF now has 19 workers to 12. So he's once again on a better economy. And I don't think anyone's going to be mining out very soon. Not in this scenario. Doing a great job manipulating those Adepts. Here comes the Robo, a classic follow-up. Another shield battery. And oh god. So I don't know if I've ever seen quite such a delayed. So the usual follow-up is you get a Robo, you got shield batteries, a War Prism, and Immortals that are truly immortal. Oh my god, the Queen Snipe. But the Nidus kind of interrupted everything. PrintF managed to live, though. And now he's going to be transitioning into the normal follow-up, which is a handful of gateway units, shield batteries. Like, it's not even at the base. It's all the way out here. It's in another castle. But these Stalkers and Adepts are going to be so incredibly cost-effective. Now notice the count. He has 22 probes, which is perfect saturation at home. And then the 23rd probe is the one that made all this happen. Does the Immortal build slower in the Bubula? I don't think so. I don't think it affects build speed. I'm pretty sure we learned that with people proxying Rex. Oh, Adepts got in and killed 6 drones, by the way. Just throwing that out there while we were debating that. So now Serenity has no economy. Their shield batteries. A Prism is on the way. Once the Prism is out, I think PrintF has taken game 1. Despite Serenity's attempts and near total elimination of the workers, it's not enough. Oh, there's energy. Once the Prism is out, there's no stopping this. That's got to be a GG. So, neither player going above 25 workers in game number 1. Just giving us a taste of what to expect from these two very aggressive players. Serenity, I mean, the Nidus is an inelegant response, I think. Especially a Nidus with just Zerglings and Queens, but still. It all, like, I feel if there had been a little bit more focus on killing the probes, that might have been the ticket. We will see. How long before workers go out on the map? Serenity showing his color. Wow. Okay. So, this is a 13 gas. We're doing a 13-12 opener once again. I don't even know. I'm sure PrintF has a spreadsheet or flowchart or PowerPoint presentation somewhere explaining exactly how to respond to this build, but the fact that he built the outpost, I don't even know, it's not a cannon rush, but it's also not defensive. So, like, the cannon, the forward cannon operating base, the F-Cob, if you would, the PrintF Cob, And another PrintF cob on the way. He builds it close enough that it's obviously threatening you, but it's not actually blocking anything. So, a forge is about to complete. The drone spots this. One of his precious... Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh, can he even mineral walk in there? Oh, the professor. Good luck getting drones in there, my friend. He finds the one location where he can jam a cannon in, and also the drone cannot mineral walk through to block. And now there's a second probe. It's going down. Okay, wait. The Zerglings might be able to get the pylon. One probe. Oh, he's targeting the pylon. Another pylon on the way, but there will be some downtime. He's targeting Zerglings. Obviously, Zerglings do the most damage. Oh, the pylon's gonna fall. Does he go for the cannon next? He gets another one. He's blocking out the others, but he could just go for the cannon itself. Will that be enough? More target fire is there. It's gonna be incredibly close. Another cannon on the low ground. Oh, another shot. The drones will get it. The F-Cob is under attack. What? Wait. Okay, it doesn't fully block. Who would even know these things? PrintF scouring each and every map for the weaknesses. Now, that cannon is actually vulnerable. He's going to have to cancel. He cancels the whole neighborhood there. The PrintF is at 21 workers, remember. If this isn't completely shut down, Serenity will have essentially wasted his time. Like, back at home, a cyber core is on the way. Well, it doesn't look like the cannons are going to make it. He cancels at the last second, gets that money back. The Zerglings, Serenity has 350 gas. He's just been so focused on taking this down. The probe! The probe! Are there any more oh my god, there's another probe. Why? There's always another probe. The PrintF motto. That cannon's gonna finish. Are you kidding me? Wait, what is that pylon power? Oh, another zealot comes out. He's not gonna be able to... Wait, that's the cyber core! I just realized... Oh, the Overlord. And the F-Cob is online. And under duress, but... A Baneling Nest and Zergling Speed on the way. Serenity obviously distracted by PrintF's... I feel like it's disrespectful to call them antics, but I also think it's very accurate. This cannon, not quite done yet. It will be vulnerable to Banelings, though. Sometimes, when your opponent is so focused on doing such crazy stuff, you just do a direct attack right across the bow. A Baneling bust has a very real potential of doing damage here. Oh no. A single Adept shades in. Jams itself, looking for the area between the minerals. There aren't many drones! There are not many drones here. Two. He sees the Baneling nest, I might add. He kills 2 drones, thus lowering his economy by 20%. The wall. The backup wall. There's so many Banelings, especially for this stage of the game. The Forge is the most vulnerable point of this, I think. The Zergling Speed is not done yet. This has to work. Unfortunately, these cannons are in the rally point here. Here come the Banelings. PrintF is ready. He's going to try to build a second round of defenses. Oh, but are there enough Banelings to get through both? The Zerglings, they get in. There's 2 badly bruised pylons here. Probes will be pulled. He's just going for the cannon. Another round is on the way. Can he secure the wall? Are there enough minerals? PrintF didn't pull a probe. He's going to recall. The wall is breached. A single Adept. The probes are going to have to fight again. We've seen this story before. A cannon finishes, but in a world without power. So a bunch of Zerglings are running around the base. The wall is rebuilt. The Zerglings are much faster than the probes and Adepts. But also there are a lot of probes and there's an Adept. So the wall is... They're working on it from both sides. The Forge is under fire. Another cannon comes back online. Jams a cannon in next to it. So here comes... Wait, that's a warp gate! Can he warp in? He doesn't have the minerals! Probes and 1 Adept. Really fighting it out. He's trying to stop position. If that adept dies, so does PrintF. Oh god, that's a lot of zerglings. Oh, the protect. Oh, don't touch her. Don't you touch that adept. Oh, the juking and jiving. The protective dance. He's got to do it perfectly. Stop position being utilized. The adept must be protected. Save the adept. Save the game. Are there enough? He's not mining any minerals. The zerglings just keep coming. Oh no. He's gonna try to drill. The probes must fend for themselves. Oh no. Left without anyone to protect them. What's happening over here? The F-Cob. Unfortunately, it looks like PrintF this time. The direct blunt force attack seems to have been the solution. It's all over. Serenity went with the just go kill him strat. And it was just enough. Despite the adept ritual and the probe micro. It's 1-1. Really demonstrating the abilities of all the key units in this matchup. Which are, of course, probes, zerglings, and banelings. The only important units. PrintF showing why it's so hard to just simply counter him. Whereas at the same time, Serenity not unabashedly going for the early pulls. So we're starting things off. 13-12. A forge is on the way, as is a spawning pool alongside an extractor. The F-Cob is coming online again. He picks a spot that he can tuck some cannons into and says, that's the spot. That's where we're building it. We've solved the matchup. There are 2 drones this time. Serenity escalating things. And remember, 2 drones represent not an insignificant portion of his 13 drone economy. What? Are you serious? Another I'm not locked in here with you. Oh! Oh! Oh, oh my god! Oh, the wizard! Oh, not only does he keep him in, but he gets out. But is it going to be enough? The zerglings are already out. No matter how much fancy micro is not going to solve the 6 zerglings. I mean, right? Right. 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 Okay, the F-Cob. Oh, he actually finishes... Oh, he wants the Cyber Core. Very important. Serenity has escalated his response every time. And finally, he's found a way to stop it. With the almost the earliest possible pull and multiple drones pulled. You can just barely stop it. Just barely. But he will shut it down. PrintF did finish up a gate. And he will have a Cyber Core back at home. And there's still 2 probes on the map, and that's very important to remember. A Baneling nest on the way, deja vu. No zerglings. He goes for the Cyber Core. A cannon will be done. He's gonna hide the rest of the lings, so that banelings are not spotted. Undeterred, PrintF will build a cannon and a robotics facility. I don't think he realizes that this is going to be... It looks like he's going for the scout now, but it's going to be too late. Is he going to have the resources to accomplish anything? There are more zerglings on the way. I think PrintF realizes, but The banelings are already complete. He's giving Professor time. Pylons are at a premium. He's gonna spot the baneling nest. He's like, oh no, not again. The minerals, he's desperately putting it together. What are you gonna do? The banelings are already through. Probes, not well known for their anti-baneling potential. But the... This is quite a problem. Okay, does he have enough for an immortal? He does not. There are banelings inside the house. Oh god, okay. GG, W P. So, once again, PrintF a little bit too focused on how he's going to follow up his actions, and not focused enough on not being dead. 2-1 Serenity. With these Grandmaster players duking it out, we might... go all 7. We might... Well, PrintF's gonna need to adjust. Obviously, Serenity is not afraid to fight fire with fire. Score... Jimmy! What am I paying you for? Is my audio working in stream? Uh-huh. Not important. Everybody knows it's all about the visuals. Am I right? Because we're on Disco Bloodbath. The map that I'm pretty convinced Blizzard only added because it's named Disco Bloodbath. Wait a second. What are we doing? What are we playing? He's looking for the base. He's looking for the F-Cob. But... there is no F-Cob. There is no forward cannon operating base. There are 2 gateways, though. PrintF mixing up his strats means he feels like he's been sufficiently countered. So what does this mean? Now what? He's built gateways first, not a singular forge. A hard wall, and the first overlords... oh my god, he's got such PTSD here. Oh god. There was a drone, and both overlords and the zerglings looking for where the cannon rush was going to come from. But there was no cannon rush. Sometimes the greatest cheese is no cheese at all. And by no cheese, I mean building 2 gateways in his very own base at his ramp. Of course. So we've made it to the next level of tech. And he's got 3 large buildings. Nice, thick buildings to make his wall strong. Banelings aren't going to solve this. Serenity with the chat mind games. Because we all know we type those things in chat when we're trying to build zerglings. Here's the thing. Here's the real mind game. He is actually building zerglings. These are slowlings up against adepts, but speed is going to kick in. The baneling nest is... What are you going to do? You're not going to break that wall. It takes like 15 banelings to get through a gate. Or a cyber core. Serenity has been short-circuited here. Or so it... obviously there was some sort of technical difficulties. Or maybe he was just typing out loud. He was transcribing. Did you know that Serenity plays StarCraft with voice commands? Thus explaining many of his builds. Never give up. Never surrender. Also press the start button and connect your audio device to your floppy port. So, that is, like, this is the double down here. There's a wall of adepts. There's one adept behind the wall. And, yeah, that did very little. I don't know what he expected. I don't know what he expected. But it did nothing. Twilight Council is complete. Resonating Glaives on the way. I'm not like Serenity. This, what is he gonna macro it out? 100% Serenity expected PrintF. There was no agreement. There was no agreement that he would play the same build every game. This is a series. There's money on the line. And pride and respect, but mostly money. So, why would you, if you think a better strategy, well, if you think this is a better strategy, why wouldn't you go for it? PrintF, it is tough for me to see a situation in which Serenity comes out victorious in this game, assuming PrintF doesn't rip out his Ethernet cable. Like he doesn't have Puck's cat over. Or something like that. This is kind of like, I really hope both you attack into me, lose all of your units, and then have nothing at home. Thank you to Drickit for putting this match on, in case I didn't mention that, by the way. No, I get no comment. And for being so considerate. So Serenity has 19 drones. He's desperately made his way up to something resembling an economy. But even if all the adepts die to roaches, there'll be plenty of time to rebuild at home. He may cancel. Yep, he does. He spots the roaches. And that will indicate, I'm pretty sure he got a scout that there wasn't even an expansion yet. So, the only way PrintF loses these units is running directly into a clump of banelings, which I doubt. And for the very first time, a player in this series, I guess Serenity technically did in Game 1, but it was more for show. PrintF will take his very first Nexus here in Game 4, the second total expansion in this series, and I think, like the expansion we saw in Game 1, this one will also be irrelevant to the outcome of the game. As he's decided to just use the Warp Prism to whittle down the drone count. It's already depressingly low. Oh my god. He's down back where he started, now down to 11. And Professor F has made an adjustment, and Serenity was still playing last game. A Dark Shrine, because he hasn't GG'd yet. Eventually this Stalker will warp in and angrily shoot down the Overlord. And Serenity for our third expansion. Oh my god. You gotta give credit, I guess, to Serenity for not leaving the game. But do you? I don't... I don't... He knows that PrintF expanded. Yeah, he knows the Nexus is done. So... What is his strategy? It appears He's going to go attack. He's going to lose his entire economy. There's plenty of sentries back at home. There's like one Ravager, right? 2 Ravagers. Okay. The drones will be transferred. Zerglings will show up. Things aren't getting better. 3 Dark Templar are being warped in against a player who does not have a lair. As long as they don't attack Banelings and all be clumped up. Oh. Ah. Wow. This is painful. PrintF eviscerates Serenity by switching up his build in Game 4, and we're all tied up. 2-2. Serenity playing against the same build that he was in the previous few games, but PrintF not having any of that. He chooses to adjust, and he picks up a victory for it. So now what? Game number 5. Serenity not even building an extractor? What is this? Macro cheese. He's going to get more than 12 workers before he builds his... Did he build an extra drone? It's a 14-13 as opposed to a 13-12. So we are escalating the macro game here. Whereas PrintF, a gateway first. We've cheesed each other so hard. We're pulling very, very slightly back. Not much. Very slightly. It's going to be another double gate, but there a few things to note. There is no ramp here on Ephemeron. It's going to be easier to get units, well, to potentially tear down that wall, Mr. Zergachev. Also, Serenity sending his overlord directly out. I think he's pretty convinced this is more likely to be what he's dealing with. He's not worried about the forward cannon base. Will PrintF... The mind games in series like this, intense. One of the beauties of both these players, they're both high Grandmaster players. They don't play on barcodes. Everybody knows, or at least many people know who they are, especially in the case of PrintF. They know what they do, yet they maintain that position through sheer mental strength and strategy. Some Zerglings on the way. An expansion? Is this a full wall or is it a pseudo one? That looks really weird. I believe that is a full wall from PrintF. Oh god. PrintF has invested in a pylon out on the map. And he doesn't have much gas, so this leads me to believe this is going to be either for a straight-up gateway or for a rope. Oh my. It's a 3-gate. Maybe a 4-gate. It's unclear. The Zealots are fighting. A little bit of miss micro there. No forge on the way. So just gateway units here. He's going to tuck himself up against the rocks. Warp gate is halfway done. Chrono boosted. Soon. Wait. Serenity. He's looking. He's not finding. Oh, the Zerglings. Almost getting him caught between a rock and a hard place. But the adept reinforcements will come through and drive back the Zerg for now. Ooh, a bit of a bold shade there. Actually, I think there are enough adepts to take the Zerglings. A bit of an overcommitment from Serenity. 14 more lings on the way. A Twilight Council, part of the proxy. Roach Warren coming up, but more Zerglings baited out. There's only 17 drones up against 23 probes. Technically, there are 2 hatcheries, but a pseudo wall over on the side. Serenity. He's looking. He's looking. He's not finding. Uh-oh. He's desperately searching. Uh-oh. Glaives are on the way at the proxy twilight, joined by a proxy robo. Zerglings on the wrong side of the map. And surprise! Here come the adepts. The wall's going to hold. One queen assassinated alongside a drone immediately. Roach is in production, but a lot of them were out on the map, or the few he did make. The drones are splitting away from the adepts, but Glaives are only getting closer to finish. The shade will make this even more difficult overall. Oh, he's just gonna leave. Nope, cancel. The Zerglings are actually breaking through the wall. The Cyber Core is down, which means no more adepts, or sentries, or stalkers. So Serenity, well, will Serenity figure out where these came from? If he can stop the Immortals from coming out, there's still a dream here. But PrintF is not long away. Where's he going? He's not long away from securing a game-winning position, potentially. Oh, Immortals being produced. It's close. There's almost no economy, once again, back at home for really either side. Cybercore will be rebuilt. An Immortal is done, and also a Warp Prism on the way. Glaives for the few Adepts he has at the moment. But there's not enough at home. Will he recall the Immortal and the Prism? Or just the Immortal? He has to choose. He's got energy. They'll be going forward. The base trade has begun. There is a force field. Not a perfect one. There's a bunch of pylons in a wall. Pylons don't shoot back in this patch. The drones are gone. There will be no more economy here. An Immortal has shown up to the party. That Warp Prism going to be incredibly valuable as time goes on here. There aren't that many Adepts. He still has a gateway on the other side. PrintF is rebuilding those gates. Will he have the resources with which to build more Adepts? What is the unit count now? There are 4. Oh, he's coming back with the Prism, but he's already lost so many probes. He can tap on the Immortal immediately. Oh, the Adepts working. Oh, the Corrosive Bile does land. There's just not enough units here. The Immortal and a Prism. Name a more name a more iconic combo. Oh, the Corrosive Bile is actually landing. If they land, if the Immortal dies, well, suddenly it can't. Like at this point, it's invincible. Oh, beautiful micro. Abusing the fact that the Immortal pops out in the same direction. Well, all things pop out in the same direction the dropship is facing. Serenity now, oh, the Zerglings! Oh, they get in! Oh, the last chance, the last gasp here. Why are there drones? The last Zerglings. A split second before the wall. Wait, he realizes the Zerglings are already in the house. Where is the Immortal Prism? There's a single queen to help with this. He can maybe just target down probes. He's trying to figure out that's not even a super pylon! The probes are protecting. He's losing so many. He's down to 11 probes, but there's only 8 drones. PrintF has pulled out of the free fall. And he will mine again. 37 to 19 supply. A back and forth, hectic game, but there's nothing left. PrintF puts himself on match point. Well, which means, you know what that means. That's time for a quick advertisement to break everything up and make sure we get our ads in before the end of the series. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Winter, and I'm here to talk to you about Twitch Prime. Did you know that if you have Twitch Prime, or your mom has Twitch Prime, or your dog has Twitch Prime, you can connect it with Twitch and get Twitch Prime. Get mediocre loot for games you don't care about. And also, you can subscribe to a streamer of your choice for free every single month, believe it or not. So, also, did you know that if you like and subscribe, YouTube is like, wow, people actually watch these videos. I didn't know that. I thought nobody watched Starcraft 2 in 2019. I just thought they watched videos with Loco's face from 2015, 3 years ago. and then just kept watching those and asked things in the same comments. But no. Did you watch the new patch notes video? Did you see all the balance changes that Blizzard is going to ruin the game with? What are your favorite ones? Do you think any of them will affect PrintF or maybe Serenity, or will have essentially no effect at all? Why is your favorite patch note secreted coding? We're not talking about patch notes. Why am I talking about patch notes? But if you like this video, if you like this series, please thank Drickit. Actually read the description. We're all over the place. We do it live. But check out and support those community matches that Drickit puts on and then sends me only the best of the best. This North American mess of these cheesy-ass pro players. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Good luck. Have fun. And I'll see you back in the game. Jimmy. And we're back. Thank you for sticking around. Game number 6. Best of 7. Serenity versus PrintF. Serenity with a double gas Ravager Rush? Or Extractor Trick? You never know. We're on Triton and PrintF racking up 3 games. Can he pull out one more build to bamboozle? He's going with the gates again. It's interesting. I think it may have rolled all the way around. The mind games are an important part of this series, as PrintF had a full reaction to the early pool. The early pool eventually became enough to shut down the forward cannon-based strategy. So PrintF started doing the double gate and walling off his ramp and potentially having an expansion, all that. But now Serenity, acknowledging that, is going to just go for a hatch first, yes, but it's actually a 16 hatch speedling all-in. So make no mistake, this is not a macro build, but it's more of a macro build than building a pool without a hatch. He canceled, he extractor tricked out 2 extra drones, built a hatchery. This is supposed to have the pretense of being an expansion, while actually just allowing you to get more larvae for a bunch of speedlings. So not quite a macro build, but for the very first time, he did build a hatchery before a spawning pool, so that's something. PrintF. Surprisingly, no buildings on the other player's side of the map from either side. This game. A couple zealots. The couple zealots he sends out to join up with the adepts. If these zealots, like if he did this every game, this was something that would get crushed. But this is kind of, it catches you by surprise, especially since he's just going around the edge. He's trying to deliberately avoid the Overlord. As the adept shade out. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. There's buildings out on the map. Alright, another gate. Here we go again. The adept shades will join up with the zealots after they finish their world tour. The expansion is done. There will be creep. Zergling speed is still a little while off. Adepts find themselves in the mineral line. One immediately surrounded. Not too much anti-adept micro here. Oh, takes a pot shot at the spawning pool, and that means PrintF's going to be losing both adepts for 3 drones, which is not an incredible trade. Oh, now the zealots. You can tell a little bit of panic. This did not go exactly how PrintF wanted. Serenity's looking. He's scouring. He knows there's something out there. He knows there's a pylon. He just doesn't know where. Because he scouted there's no expansion. It's very... Oh my god. He's not going to find it. Or wait. He finds it! He adjusts course! The Twilight Council is vulnerable. He knew there was something. There's still no Nexus on the side. Did he cancel the Twilight? No, the Twilight was not canceled. Does he just build... The only real option now is to build a Dark Shrine or something at home. I'm sure PrintF will be broken up about that. Adepts cleaned up. Serenity still has yet to comfortably go above 20 drones in this series. But for the very first time, he will rip down the forward base of PrintF and not have no economy at home. He's building 4 overlords, which means he's probably panicking a little bit. And we've got the Amnesia Lords, which are the overlords you build right before your first overlord's finished because you forgot you built overlords in the first place. Don't lie to me, Zerg players. We both know you do that all the time. So do I. There are Ravagers. 3 more Ravagers on the way. There's not... I mean, there's just... the Adepts. There's nothing with more range than the Ravagers. Even force fields aren't going to be that helpful. Here come the Zerglings as well. There aren't glaives out here. He's just kind of breaking through. A shield battery about to finish. There's just not very many units. Corrosive Bow could actually take down the force fields. A little bit sloppy that he's not going for it. Another Corrosive Bow on a sentry. Immortal about to pop out, but without a prism, it isn't quite as immortal as it would like to be named. And it is trapped, isolate where Serenity is desperately trying to figure out how to work his way around the base that PrintF has built. It looks like, oh my, okay. It will die. A confusingly drawn out and messy fight, but another Immortal Zone production, but these pylons are, there's only one gate. You can only warp in so many units off of one gate. The probes are pulled, but it's too late. The dream is depowered. The Immortal will never see the light of day. The probe count has been whittled down to near nothing. That Immortal actually, though, might be enough. Oh. If there was a prism. The Immortal's actually going to finish, but in a world where it will not survive. GG, WP, 3-3. We're going to Game 7 in this messy series. So Serenity has adapted both times now. He's adapted to the first forward cannon base. He's adapted to the double gate. So what do you do now? If you're PrintF, who seems to be the one taking the initiative, despite the fact his opponent keeps going for the early aggression, do you go for the cannons again? Do you go for a macro game? The mind games at play here for Game 7. If you're Serenity, what do? Because they've both run through multiple early game builds. That they've both... Oh god, it's on Thunderbird. Thunderbird... usually known as more of a turtley map. But because of the mineral walls in the center, but those can be taken down by a single worker, just gnawing through them. We'll see. We'll see if anything's rallied out to the mineral walls. Those are a pretty major factor in a lot of cheesy games. Has anyone seen a Laser's Drone Rush? Oh, I'm the one choking now. And all this cheese being shoved down our throats. The probe. Wait. Whoa. Is this a hatch first? Okay, it is the hatch into pool and then overlord. So this is the same as last game with the very heavy Well, he's extractor tricking out. He's getting those extra drones. PrintF will recognize it. PrintF... What? One gate expand. What is this? Neeb? A standard build? This is the default for players who aren't known for cannon rushing. What is he gonna do? Build a cyber core and then build a Stargate? What's going on? I'm sure Serenity, well, he hasn't seen anything yet. He's probably wondering if that probe has built a bunch of cannons at his natural right now. Oh, a second pylon will reinforce the wall, making this look a little bit more suspicious as time goes on here. PrintF is mixing it up again. Serenity is sticking with his build from last game, which had pretty good success. The Overlord is about to scout. Oh, he was about to build a baneling nest. PrintF. No. The Ovi's gonna look at the wall in a sec. He's committed. What? A Stargate? What is this, a macro game? Now, maybe the two pylons were an acknowledgement that his opponent enjoys his cheesy pressures. But the Overlord's gonna scout the Stargate, which was built before Warp Gate, just to make use of that gas. Is that a hard wall? Wow. PrintF. Well, I would say not taking any chances, but he is taking some chances by not having any shield batteries. He doesn't know for sure this is a baneling nest. He has his suspicions, that much is obvious. Yeah, banelings could slip through and hit both pylons, and that could be disaster. He needs whatever's going to come out of this as soon as possible, and then faster. A Void Ray. If that Void Ray comes out, PrintF is going to have all the tools he needs. And he knows this is coming. That Adept. Oh, more pylons. But all three pylons could be taken down with banelings. The Void Ray is halfway done. Here come the Banes. Oh, wait. A double-tier Adept wall! The splash damage doesn't hit both! What a play! But the Gateway's under attack. The Void Ray's being chrono boosted. The Gateway in the orange. He's gonna put another gate down. He slaps it down. The Void Ray has a lot of work to do. It's no Oracle. Warp Gate is on the way. It's not gonna happen. He's gotta stop the Zerglings. They're ripping down the Cyber Core. The gate's already gone. The pylons are next on the chopping block. The Void Ray tried its best. Another pylon in the back. The Gateway is falling. It will not complete warping. A second Void Ray is nearly done. The wall must hold. PrintF must hold. He's continuing another tier of wall. The Zerglings are being thinned out. Serenity trying to figure out where to go, but a second Void Ray will stop everything. PrintF holds. And there's nothing. There's more Lings and more Banes, and that's it. Where the Void Ray was off to the side here. The Banelings are on the way. They can take it down. This isn't over. Oh, an Oracle might seal the deal. The Oracle, more than enough added damage. Well, the pylon. Whoa, whoa, whoa! 3 pylons! Whoa! That's worst case scenario, and the Banelings connected isn't over yet. They didn't quite get enough Banes. More Zerglings. They've breached the wall. PrintF still has 32 probes. The probes themselves a real danger here. The Void Ray doing its best. More Zerglings at the natural. He's going to try to rebuild the wall. PrintF is back to his Nexus. He'll take it down from partially the outside and the inside. I don't know if there's any more. It's still 28 probes to 18. These air units, once the pressure lets up, they come across the map. He's retreated his wall to his Nexus, but the wall holds. He had space to work with. There's nothing else in the main. Serenity still has 18 workers. He's not like he's building anymore. Another Oracle comes out. Where are you going to go? What you going to do? You can go for the Stargate. He's funneling the Zerglings. Are there even any queens? There's one queen at the natural. Spore crawlers are in production. 2 Oracles across the map. The supply block is real when you lose that many pylons. All the drones are going to fall. The Oracles will have their day. Finally, some revenge. PrintF showing he can play defense and offense. An Oracle goes down. 11 drones killed, 11 drones left. Perfect balance. And now the Oracle showing how imbalanced he wants things to be. They both go down, a little sloppy there, but in the end, does it even matter? Good luck getting through. There's nowhere to go. The wall is just as thick as it was before. GG, WP, and down he goes. PrintF in 7. Good show match. He takes 4-3. Plays the 1-gate expand. Holds the banelings with the double, triple, quadruple tier wall all the way back to his Nexus. But Professor F schools Serenity at the end of the day. And once again shows us why he teaches the class. What a series. Thank you to Drickit for putting that together. Thank you to the players for being a part of it. Showing good games for the fans. But PrintF, the precision on the building placements. It feels like we're playing SimCity here. The literal version, the one we reference when we say good SimCity, as opposed to the figurative, they built their buildings in a pretty good spot. What do you think? Should PrintF be commended? Should he be shunned? What about Serenity? Zergling rushes every single game. How do you feel about that? But we run out of cheese, and PrintF takes the last slice. Thank you, Drickit, again. Go check out the description and all that. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out, I've got more. PrintF versus Puck is a good series to watch if you want to see more PrintF and more Puck in general. And also all the other thousands of videos. Like and subscribe and ring the bell and all of that in the time it takes to build a forward cannon operating base. Thank you for watching some professional StarCraft 2. And hopefully you were inspired.